Hi guys, my full name is Maria Teresa Ann L. Patricio. Let's take a quick journey in seeing me grow into a young adult. I was born at the Guam Memorial Hospital on April 20, 1995 at 8:43 a.m. to the loving parents of Oscar Lenore. I was 7 pounds and 5 ounces. I was quite a chunky baby girl. At 5 months, according to my mom's memory, I could crawl and somewhat sit. I loved to smile and be surrounded by people, although it does not quite show in this picture. Then, at 6 to 7 months, I began to perfect my crawling and sitting. My mom remembered I used to crawl towards anything bright colored, especially her sandals. This is when I was 9 months. I began to anchor myself to stand where my parents would help me practice to start walking one step at a time. At 11 months, I said my very first word, the famous mama. Oh, how envious my dad was. Then the most glorious milestone I have accomplished happened. I took my very first steps at the age of 12 months. Now I have stepped into the world of toddlerhood. This was a time where I liked to explore and touch everything that caught my eyes. My dad said I once played with poop on the toilet one time. I was hoping he was joking, but unfortunately, Mom confirmed I did. At around this age, I was known for my stinky face. I also gained a baby brother, taking the role of a big sister. At 2.5 years old, I was energetic. My older sister told me that I was the life of the party. I liked to jump around, dance from side to side, and loved to take pictures. At 3.5 years old, you can most likely see me running around in all sorts of directions. Apologies to my sister for all that ball of energy at the time. I also remember having a hard time pronouncing banana. Instead, I would say bana. At this age, I could feed myself, put on my shoes and some clothing with the help of my mom. My parents also learned that I was right-handed. At the ages of 5 to 6, I attended kindergarten at LBJ. Although I was a lively child at home, I was pretty shy at school. There, I made a few friends. At school, I loved to learn, and I remember always getting green lights and star stickers that meant I was a good student. I also received my first academic certificate. I also enjoyed being a part of school performances and activities. The boy next to me was my first friend in kindergarten. I remember playing tag with him along with other little boys and girls. With so many playmates, I started to love school even more. At 7 years old, the dentist had to take out my 2 front teeth, which ended up looking so huge. I was then known as Bugs Bunny. I also enjoyed writing fairy tale and superhero stories. My imagination and I were the best of friends. My mom also told me that I was so great at drawing, especially the Powerpuff Girls. At 8 years old, I loved to play tag, hide and seek, and shark. I enjoyed collecting books with lots of pictures. In school, I received a bunch of certificates, maintaining my A honor roll achievements all throughout. In my 5th grade class, I was chosen for the Friendly Faces superlative. Yes, I was a very nice 10-year-old. I enjoyed playing kickball at school as I loved to run and partake in competitive activities. My favorite subject was math. I also remember my parents buying a blackboard and colored chalk for me for Christmas. There, I pretend play as a teacher with all my stuffed animals as my students. A calling, perhaps? In entering adolescence, I had a huge growth spurt, accumulating body fat in all sorts of places. At the age of 12, I had my first menstruation called menarche. From there, female body parts started to form, such as the breasts. My transition from a child to a menstruating teen took some time getting used to. I did not like wearing training bras at all. It was no fun. In middle school, I developed friendships as I got along with different people of diverse cultures. We'd like to call ourselves a melting pot with individual weird people who relate to each other. I was physically active. Every morning and lunch breaks, my friends and I would play volleyball or soccer. Just like elementary school, I had tons of academic certificates while still maintaining my A honor rolls. This was my pride and joy. This was my first time attending a ball with my friends, our 8th grade ball. It was a big thing for me as I got my makeup and hair done for the first time. This is a picture right after I have attended my 8th grade promotion, my completion of middle school. At 14 years old, I have entered my first year of high school. Yes, I was still that shy, quiet, nerdy girl in the back of the class for a while. However, I began to blossom and come out of my shell in junior year. At the age of 15, I had my first romantic relationship, meeting my first boyfriend who is maintaining that title up to this day. In high school, I formed many friendships. I was interested in those who loved singing, who were funny, kind, and talkative. I also liked being around smart people. School was mainly the place I could hang out with friends since my parents were so strict about me going out. My curfew has always been 6 p.m. up to this very day, but sometimes I get to stay out till 10. Anyways, as I entered my high school nursing program, I began to hang out with my nursing peers more often than others. In senior year, I was eating out, did car washes, and had many activities with my nursing friends. This was because I was the president of the nursing club, and we had to plan activities like these, but it was fun and all worth it. My biggest accomplishment in high school was receiving this certificate since I have completed 90 hours of nursing internship. The day I turned 18 years old was the day I was excited to become a young adult who can do whatever she wanted in the world, yet my parents still baby me. Junior prom and senior prom were one of the best memories thus far, especially since I love to dress up and get myself ready with all that glam, just like my 8th grade ball. It was such a fun night. After all that partying was back mass at Santa Barbara Church. On June 14, 2013 was the date of graduation. I finally made it. High school completed. This was a major accomplishment for me as I am on the road to acquiring higher education, the college life. After completing applications and placement tests, I received my acceptance letter of the University of Guam. At this age, I find college education important as it is a huge component in helping me shape my identity. My crave for knowledge was bottomless. I also value my family as they are my loving supporters. Currently, I am a Regent Scholar and recipient of the Retention Award in the University of Guam. I have also formed closer and cherished friendships in adulthood, more than I have ever done thus far, with people who share similar values and likes as me, while still acknowledging our differences. Here, I am still continuing my happy romantic relationship with my significant other. As of today, I am still growing and finding who I am and what my true calling is in terms of a profession, whether to become a registered nurse or an elementary school teacher. This is my life in a nutshell, happy, blessed, and content.